Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play The Raven, Legacy of a Master Thief. And when last we left off, Constable Zellner played the hero and saved the Inspector and Oliver from the exploding bomb that had been planted in the safe by the Raven. How the bomb had been planted there was another question entirely. Perhaps it had been done before the safe had even been loaded onto the train. Either way, we've been tasked with decoupling the freight car that got damaged during the explosion and collapse of the tunnel, with everybody currently trapped because there's a fire at the front from the engine. Now what we need to do is uncouple them with the help of this torch. Should be pretty easy now. There you go.
That's better now. A lever on a pressure sleeve running along a thread. Aha! I can uncouple it with this lever.
Excellent.
Okay.
Seems easy. Let's uncouple the freight car. Done.
There we go. Time to get out of here.
Well done, Zellner. Mission accomplished, and no complications will emerge from this. Success!
Listen, everybody! Listen! Robert, what's the situation?
I couldn't find the engineer, so I got in the driver's cab myself and released the brake.
All right. Good job. You too. Listen, please.
Matty! Where's Matt? Where's my son?
Oh dear.
Relax, madame. I'm sure...
Help! Matty! No!
Time to play the hero again, Zellner. That was all a little much for you there, I think.
Matt, where are you? Oh.
Well, time to go and find Matty. Is he under the counter?
Matt, are you there? Nothing.
By the way, your uniform's seen slightly better days. It won't be out there, I think. We did come from that way. I think I found Matty. There he is. There he is. Hello.
Hey, there you are. What were you thinking? Come out of there.
Is he gone?
Is who gone?
The man!
What man?
What man?
There was a man. He was coughing.
One of the passengers?
I think he came down from the roof.
Oh. What's he doing on the train?
What are you doing on the train anyway? Why didn't you wait in the tunnel with the other passengers?
I wanted to get my pistol.
Your pistol?
If there's so many cops and thieves and explosions and everything, then I need a pistol too.
Makes sense. All right. First, I'll stop the train, and then we'll have a chat, okay? Do you want to come out? Good idea. You stay put.
Okay, now we have to go and stop the train. Look out the window. We could do that. Not going to be a good sight.
The engine and the coal tender are burning stronger and hotter. The airflow is feeding the flames. I have to decouple the wagons immediately. Sooner or later, the engine will be blown apart.
Well, we're going to have to go do that. And what are we going to use to actually do that? That is another question entirely. No reason to enter any of these... Oh, we may want to enter the archaeologist's compartment, though, because there were things in there. Namely, I'm thinking by the corner cupboard. Let's have a look. Look in the mirror.
What have you got yourself into? Couldn't you have just let it be? But no, of course not. And now you're here, on an out-of-control train in the Alps, responsible for the life of a child who'll be doomed without you. What are you waiting for, eh? Time to save the day.
Indeed. What can we get? Oh, there's a towel.
A large, soft towel. Very comfortable.
I think we need that.
I'll wrap it around my neck to keep my hands free.
Now, can we use the towel?
A large, soft towel. Very comfortable.
Let us use them on... Ooh, the running water. Good plan.
It's soaking up the cold water.
If we're going to deal with a fire, we're going to need that to be soaked with water. Let's go. And this is all in Chapter 1. There are 3 chapters, and we're still in Chapter 1. Let us keep moving down. There's something I think we definitely need. That fire axe.
An axe is for emergencies. If this isn't an emergency, I don't know what is.
Exactly. Let us get into that compartment. I'm pretty sure actually I missed a piece of dialogue actually earlier on, which I might actually go and see if I can do at this point. Let's actually save at this point, because I think I actually missed a piece of dialogue. Actually, no. What I'll do is I will do this video, and then I will add the piece of dialogue on as a bonus clip at the end that I actually missed. Yeah, there is a piece of dialogue that I did in fact miss, and I'll add that on afterwards. So let's try using the axe to... that's not going to help. We can examine the door.
This door leads to the tender. It will be uncomfortable, no doubt, but I don't think that the flames are directly behind the door. I suppose there's a relatively safe space in the lee of the tender where one could stay a little while.
We could open the door, but I imagine the door handle's going to be hot.
I need to stop the train as quickly as possible. There's nothing I can do about the coal fire.
We open the door then.
I need to stop...
What about the towel on the door? Not many options presented to me here, are there? Use the axe on the door! No. Open the door, I guess.
I need to stop the...
How am I going... Oh, I could use the brakes, couldn't I, on the outside? I'm just thinking about that. I could use the brakes. That is indeed an idea. Oh, there's an emergency brake, isn't there? Could try that. There we go, there's an emergency brake right here. Let's pull that. Didn't work, did it?
That makes things extremely complicated. How can I stop the train?
You're gonna have to go and stop it directly. Makes things complicated, but off you go.
If the emergency brake doesn't work, I'll have to try something else. Here goes. Ouch! Hot!
That's what we need the towel for.
Locked.
Okay. Now we need to take the axe to it.
The handle is already too hot to touch.
Time to use the axe.
Okay. We'll do it the hard way.
Time to axe the door a question. Terrible pun, I know.
Ow!
That is not a good situation. Use the door handle with a wet towel? Let's try again. In we go! Heroics time, Zellner! Heroics! Ah! We have the coupling.
Ah, the coupling. It looks just like the one on the freight car. That means at first I have to turn that thing there. That keeps it under tension.
Well, we can do that.
It's not working. Even if I could reach the lever with my hands, I wouldn't have the strength to move it.
Use the axe. Raise the lever with the help of the axe. Come on, axe, you can do it. There we go. There you go.
That should do the trick.
Now, I bet we can't use the coupling from here.
The coupling won't release because it's under too much tension.
Why don't we use the axe again? It seems to be useful for all of it. Let's go! I think that's success. Yep, I think we've managed it.
That's not just smoke. I can actually taste lumps of ash.
Oh dear.
It's time for my deputy sheriff's story.
However, we did manage to decouple the
I
cars.
uncoupled the locomotive at full speed. Not bad, eh?
Do you think we'll get in trouble?
Because of the locomotive? I don't think so. It was pretty old already. Come out so we can have a chat. I checked the entire train. There's no one on it except for us. What an adventure.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me, what did you see on the train?
Indeed.
Well, it was like this. I wanted to get my pistol.
And so you went back on the train? And then someone else coughed. I've seen that shape hat before.
Achoo!
Uh-oh. Huh. Whoever it was ignored him. Curious.
And then?
When the guy was gone, I got up and banged on the window. I wanted to get out of there. But then I thought, what if the guy can hear me from the next car? So I got scared, and I hid again.
You did well.
That is a lead.
Are you sure it was a man?
Yeah, very sure. What else could he be?
A woman?
Heh, no. Girls can't be thieves. Girls are always honest.
If only you knew.
The man you recognized.
Did you recognize the man? Have you met him before?
I don't think so.
Would you recognize him if you saw him again?
No. It was very dark and I was hiding.
Was he a tall man or a short man?
Just a man. I think he was a bad man.
Why do you think that?
He was sneaking around, even though everybody else was outside in the tunnel.
Maybe he just wanted to get his wooden pistol.
Oh, man.
You said you picked something up.
The envelope that the man lost. Where is it?
I thought it might be important.
Well done.
I think we should have a look. Some cash. An Italian passport. Blank. Very interesting. And here, a ticket for...
For the cruise!
What?
The tickets we have for the big ship from Venice to Cairo look exactly the same.
Oh.
Interesting. May I keep it?
What do you want to do with it?
Take a vacation.
Oh, well. Maybe we're on the cruise after all.
It's evidence.
And my chance to go with you.
The ticket and everything else in the envelope are part of my investigation.
Oh.
And you have no part to play in Cairo.
If I hadn't given you the envelope, you'd have no proof that the Raven's heir would be on the ship.
Ugh, The ship is his next chance to steal the eye, and he won't give up until he has it.
And that's precisely why you should let me come along.
No.
This is going to be complicated. I don't think Legrand wants us to come with you.
What else did you find out in the tunnel?
Not much. After we came out of the tunnel, Robert and I questioned the passengers.
Which didn't turn up anything new.
No. The engineer and the fireman were missing. They were found a few kilometers back on the track. Both claimed to have been overwhelmed by a shadow and thrown off the train.
But you don't believe that.
I'm checking their stories. One of them may have been paid to eliminate the other one.
How could the Raven's heir have found out about the trap? How was he able to put the dynamite in the box and place the letter?
Good
The
question.
dynamite was probably already in the box when I put it in the safe. I didn't check it.
You had no reason to do so.
It wasn't my only mistake. I knew someone was on the roof of the freight car, but I let myself be distracted by that damned letter.
How did you know?
Too late. I should have reacted instantly.
I think we deserve to come along, Legrand.
And what about the ship? I have earned the right to join you.
What you did was extraordinary. Far more than anyone could have a right to expect from you.
And you still want to leave me behind?
You met our foe and barely escaped with your life. You may not be that lucky next time.
It wasn't luck.
You can return to Switzerland with your head held high. Enjoy your triumph.
I have not achieved anything yet. The Fiend tried to kill us, and he's still at large.
I don't think he's going to let
We're
us
here.
go. I don't think he's going to let us come along, Zellner. Think we have an argument on our hands. I think we have an argument on our hands. One we're not going to win. It's a nice ship,
Inspector
though.
Legrand, an urgent telegram from Paris.
Bad news?
It's about the unfortunate events on the train. I'm to return to Paris and explain myself.
But sir, what about the eye?
They want to inform the Egyptian authorities that there might be a burglary attempt.
Might.
Egyptian authorities? What if the jewel is stolen at sea?
Indeed.
I know. I never received it. Keep a close watch on the loading of the eye, Robert.
Aye, sir. It was a pleasure meeting you, Constable Zellner.
He doesn't trust me at all.
What is the constable's problem with me?
I think he's jealous. Scotland Yard assigned him to assist me, just as you were sent by the Swiss authorities.
With the distinction that he may go to Egypt.
Robert is to accompany me at all times. Your mission was restricted to Switzerland.
At this moment, I want to be sent back to Switzerland just as much as you want to be sent back to Paris.
I know, but I'm walking on thin ice, and I can't carry you too.
Oh dear. What about the telegram?
I hope you're aware of the fact that you're risking your career.
Indeed I am.
Why do you care so much about this case? Someone pretends to be the Raven, and you promptly risk your career?
What if he's not just pretending?
What do you mean by that?
It's his handwriting. And there's only one person who ever called me Nico. Have you ever considered the possibility that I shot the wrong man?
Ooh.
And the second eye is in that safe?
Yes, an emerald. It's been kept in a bank in Zurich since the start of the war. I personally took it out of the bank vault, and Professor Lucien certified that it was the real thing.
And while a fake jewel was sent by train,
The real one was brought here in an armored car.
how is it protected?
You can only open the safe if you have 3 special keys. Professor Lucien has one, and Baroness von Trebitz, who's paying for all this, has the second. The third was sent by air courier to Dr. Abbas Mokhtar, the director of the Egyptian Museum in Cairo.
Oh.
So, not even you could possibly open the safe before it arrives in Egypt.
That's correct. We don't want to make it too easy for potential thieves.
Commendable.
What about the Raven?
You think it's really possible that you didn't get the Raven back then?
Let us assume, just for a moment, that the person I shot and who fell from the roof was not the Raven. Who would have cared enough to uncover the truth? The chief of police, the politicians? No, they wanted to revel in a successful manhunt, and it was the best thing that could have happened to the Raven. The search for him was over. He had no reason to fear me anymore. I had so many medals afterwards that he could hear them jingling kilometers away.
And now he's back? And you're the only one who can stop him? Does that sound probable to you?
The feathers, the letters. Nico. No one outside the police force knew that the Raven used to call me that in his letters.
Policemen gossip, and there are plenty of forgers. You can't seriously intend to stake your reputation on such weak evidence.
My reputation rests on something that I probably did not do. I have to find out who's behind all this.
Well, why don't we help you?
Let's review. One of the two most valuable jewels in the world was stolen. Obviously, the second one will be next. And you suspect a legendary burglar who's been dead for 5 years.
Go on.
The second jewel is about to be put on board over there, in a safe that requires 3 keys. Our thief may already have the first key, the archaeologist's key, from the train. We don't know anything about the status of the second key, which was meant to be air freighted to Cairo.
We have to assume that he already has it.
Therefore, there's just one key left. The Baroness's.
Correct.
So, you'll need my eyes on board.
Look, you can keep your eyes open for me here on the wharf. I'd be most grateful. But when this ship sets sail, you will not, I repeat, not be on board.
But, Inspector,
we're dealing with a dangerous man, and I will pursue him regardless of the consequences. I won't let you get mixed up in this affair.
it's still my decision.
No, it's not. It's mine, and I've already made it.
Oh.
Good day, Constable Zellner.
Well, that didn't go well at all, did it? When we come back, folks, abandoned and left at the wharf, our adventure seemingly has come to an end. I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. Later. Or maybe we can get on the ship after all.